So Yankees win. They beat the Diamondbacks 7-1. And Aaron Judge does it again, becomes the first Yankee in history to hit 3 home runs in a game twice in the same season. Kudos to Judge, our star player. And Luke Weaver, 5 2/3 or 5 1/3, scoreless innings, good pitching. Bullpen came through too. Johnny Brito came through, gave that home run at the end of the ninth inning. But aside from that, a good clean win by the Yankees, and they keep themselves in the hunt. And surprisingly enough, they beat a red-hot Arizona Diamondbacks team. And shout out to them for that. Hit those thumbs up, gang. And if you're happy that they won, I'm very happy that they won. If you like what you saw from Aaron Judge, definitely hit that like button. So it's good to see them playing like this. It really is. Let's see Oswald Peraza making some good offensive and defensive plays, showing the potential of what he can do if he gets regular playing time here. Yeah, tomorrow's going to be a rainy day. It's a very high percentage of rains and storms, so got to be careful tomorrow. 2 monster opposite field shots by Judge. Yeah, Sean. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Florial just came that close to getting it over the fence. But I like that he's being aggressive this late in the season. So trying to take advantage of his chance here. It's good to see. Good to see. Yeah, Kay was right. First Yankee to ever have multiple 3 home run games in a season for Aaron Judge. Babe Ruth didn't do it. Gary didn't do it. Reggie didn't do it. Mantle, DiMaggio, none of those guys. None of them. So, kind of awesome. So, which is kind of cool. So, but shout out to everybody here. Sean, my Kunstler Yeti. We got Aiden in the house. We got everybody up in here. Shout out to all of yous. Happy that you're. I hope you had a great week. It's weekend time, and time to unwind and relax if you get a chance to. So, even if the weather's gonna suck, I had movie night with my daughters tonight at their school, but that was postponed because the wind was so wicked. So that was canceled too. I moved to a future date, and it's looking a little sketchy outside. It is looking sketchy. So, but again, Greg's in the house. Sean's in the house. My consigliere is here. It's we got to get some other guys right. Wandy Peralta, triceps injury. He's done for the season. That might be his. He may have pitched his final game as a Yankee. I do think he can get probably a multi-year deal, probably from another team in the National League, and I do think he would take it. So we could have seen the last of Wandy Peralta. Hopefully the Yankees replace him intelligently. Really, I hope they do. So it'd be really interesting to see. If you saw my video today, I put out a video of Yankees who should be back, should not be back, will be back, and won't be back. And the reason why I did that is because you'll have guys that I think should be back but won't be back, and the guys that shouldn't be back but would be back, like Albert Abreu. It gives you a chance to connect the two and get a better understanding of the Yankees' logic, why they do certain things, why they don't do certain things, and so on. And I think it gives us a better understanding and insight into how they're going to attack this offseason. So I hope you check that video. If you haven't, go check it out. I think you'll enjoy it. So, and I left the obvious people off. Like, these are people that are on the 40-man that have opinions on that, will likely have a decision made about them this offseason, or should have a decision made for them this offseason. So let me know what you think either way. Load up the comments. Could he join? Yeah, I know. Only 4 home runs in a single game. Yeah. And Gary had 4, and then he had a double off the wall. He could have had 5. That would have been crazy. Absolutely freaking nuts if he did that. My goodness. Yeah. 3 homers and a double. I'll take that. Stanton with the speed. We're gonna miss you in the offseason too, but we're not disappearing, Greg. So I'm still gonna be covering Yankees, baseball, and I'll obviously be doing football too on the football channel. Since that will be in season, but You know, once the season's over, we'll cover the postseason too. But then you have a couple weeks, and then you have the GM meetings, which teams start to prepare for the winter meetings, and then free agency starts, and that lasts for a while, and then before you know, we're in spring training. So there's a lot of stuff still to cover and look forward to. So don't go anywhere. I'll be busy this off season. That's my word. And I have some guests coming on already that we'll be doing some cool videos with too. So I might be free agent predictions coming soon as well. And exactly, we never stop being a family here, Sean. We don't stop, baby. But it was all rise today for the King Judge. Yes, indeed. Bills fan from Western New York. Nice. Welcome, man. Always. No doubt about it, Greg. Yeah, I'm glad Brito. I mean, Brito and Vasquez, I think, and Nestor Cortez to a degree, would probably be three perfect long relief weapons for the Yankees next year. I mean, he really would. They really would be. And having that many guys to bridge the gap between our starters and our short power arms would be a good idea. And these guys could spot start too. And also, I think it depends. Like, I think a lot of us want the GM to get whoever the hell's the GM going to be to get two starters. We think you're going to wind up getting one. So these long relief guys will probably come in handy. They probably would. They get two, like they did in 2009 when they got CC and Burnett. Be pleasantly surprised. Will be kind of awesome if they did that. But we'll see if they do that. We don't know. We don't know how much money they plan on spending. They have almost 70 million coming off the payroll, but they how if they spend that all, it still remains to be seen. Still remains to be seen. No. All goes in Mantle fit. Nice. Great. What's up, Lapari? Great Yankee. Great Yankee. Madison for the show. Yeah, it's unfortunate. She goes to bed at like 7:45, 8 o'clock. Jill. She's been sleeping for probably about 2 hours now. She goes to bed early because she's only one. So if I have an afternoon game and she's not napping, then I'll have her. I can get her on here for me. So. What you heard? Oh, the Stanton OPS, Andrea. Michael K. Yeah, my K's dead wrong. Stanton's OPS was like 695 or something like that. If you look up his stats, it's right there. So his K is wrong. K was definitely off. We're not officially eliminated yet, Chris. Not yet, but it's close. It's. I think it's one. The number's one. So the only way they don't get eliminated is if they win every game and the Blue Jays lose every game, which is very unlikely. Yeah. Judge didn't get hurt. How many? Maybe 45, 50, something like that. He'd probably be up there with Matt Olson. I would imagine. Probably 50. Yeah. Oh, yeah, tomorrow's Judge Bobblehead Day. That's right. And Judge Bobblehead Day. But they might get rained out. They really could get rained out tomorrow. So on pace for 52, it should be hanging on her. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, hopefully he's healthy next year and we get a full season out of him. And hopefully he can get that 50 home run plateau again. Be kind of cool. Be kind of cool. No. Yeah, we need the Blue Jays to lose, Lapari. We need the Blue Jays to lose. We do. Arizona's a good team. I think they're a young, dynamic team. And I mean, they're in the wild card race right now, so they're going to be good for a while. They'll be good for a while. Judge is in the right field and why not bet him left? Because he might not hit him to right field if he bet a lefty. He might hit him to left field. So, yeah. Huh? All good over here, Mike Kowinski. How you doing, man? Well, I mean, you can't trade Judge now that he's gotten this huge contract. He's almost not tradable. The time to consider trading him was, last year when everything was going on. But like, you could have gotten a haul from him. You're not going to get it now. Not with that contract. We just hope he continues to produce at a high level while he's on this contract. You know, let's see. Yeah, nobody. 100 games, 35 home runs. I know. I know. He's a beast. He's an absolute beast. Sunil's getting ready for pickleball mania out there. What's up, Brian Holbrook? He might get mentioned for MVP votes, but he's not going to get a lot of them. So, I mean, he's not going to beat Otani. He's not going to beat Corey Seager, but he might get some MVP votes. He might, Mike. Yeah. Yeah, Tropical Storm, my wife was telling me about it today. We're not eliminated yet, Lukey. But right around the corner, we will be. Yeah, Rose, he is probably the best home run hitter per average at bat in a game. Rose, yep. Him and Judge is adding to his legend, and I hope he continues to produce this way. I mean, I really do. No. Wandy gone means Cashman goes cheaper. Well, you can't make any moves right now, Sunil. Who's he going to trade for? You got a lefty on there. He's on the cheap. Who else are you going to bring up, Sunil? And Ramirez had actually been reliable for a while. If you look at his stats, and he's under team control until I think 2029. So super duper on the cheap. But you can't make any big trades now. The trade deadline already passed. So and no matter who he brings in, they wouldn't be. Even if they made the playoffs, none of them would be eligible for the playoffs anyway, because the cutoff of September 1st already passed. So that makes sense. So the move. Unfortunate, but it makes sense. I think Peralta's going to sign elsewhere. To be honest with you, we'll see. We will see. Yeah, if he stays healthy, he'll probably get 50 next year, Rose. I'm with you. Thank you, Chris. Appreciate the super chat, man. Appreciate you very much. What is my idea of Yankees' perfect offseason? Getting Yamamoto, getting Jung Hoo Lee for left field, and trading for one of the Marlins starters to get 2 starters, and then getting a big time closer, like a David Bednar or something like that, if you could. And that will be a good. And if they can add up like a position player on the cheap for the infield, will be even more perfect. But those moves right there, Chris, I'd be very happy with those. I'd be very happy if they got the Japanese pitcher and traded for another starter on the cheap with controllable years. Then they have enough money to invest in the bullpen and left field. So, and because if you get you get Yamamoto and Aaron Nola, then you just invested probably $55 to $60 million in the rotation by itself, which doesn't leave you much money for anything else for position players. So that would be perfect for me, Chris. What about for you? What would be yours? Yeah. No, there's no doubt that Matt Judge is special. Yep, he's the only Yankee ever, Rose, to have 3 home run games in a season. Yes, indeed. I doubt Stanton's going to walk away from 90-something million bucks. I'd be highly doubt. I'd be shocked if he did. They might have. They might have, Sunil. They might have gotten him some of the Cobra Kai lessons, man. Frying Dragon. Yes, yeah. He might be getting that stuff. He really would. He really might be. Sunil. He might be, man. We don't know yet, Rose, if surgery's not happening or not. They might come out of nowhere and get it done. 30 Sarah, we need 63 likes to get to 100. If anybody hasn't hit that like button, do me a favor and smash that like button. I greatly appreciate it. We're going to try to get to 100 likes if we can. I thank you for it. Just to celebrate this win, celebrate Judge hitting 3 home runs. Just to let us know that you're happy. You're in a good mood when the Yankees win and Judge does something awesome like he did tonight. So I appreciate that support. Yeah, I don't see the point in fire Cashman Group. He wasn't even there. It's not going to make any impact. I don't see the point. And what were they expecting to do? A small subset of the stadium. Think the whole stadium was going to do that? That wasn't going to happen. Like, what did you expect to happen? No. People do that. And like we said, you got people who are booing Cashman, saying firing Cashman for moves that he made that they asked him to make. Right? And they still won't own that at all. What's good, Stephen B? What's up? Stay safe to you, Mike. Appreciate you. It's coming. I got a lot of off-season stuff coming, Lapari. Get ready. Exactly, Sunil. We bust each other's chops out of love, dude. Exactly. We bust each other's chops out of love, man. You know, if we ignored each other, then it wouldn't matter, but you do. You know what I mean? Yeah, exactly. I don't think Stanton's going to walk away from 100 million. Who would? You know, Randy Vasquez might be, but more likely in the rotate, more likely in the bullpen. But we'll see, right? We will see what happens there. Whoops, what happened here? There we go. I said I think Vasquez, Nestor, and Brito would be a 3-man tripod force for long relief, but who can also spot start? So we'll see. Stanton, read all the nasty things we say about him. Doubtful. I know I don't say any nasty things about him. Doubtful, just like Cashman. Don't read it. What are they going to do? What are they going to read that stuff for? Oh, Brandon, I think Cabrera might be on the hot seat, but I think they're probably going to keep him over IKF because he's going to be on the cheap. He's got 5 more or 4 more controllable years on the pennies to the dollar, which is why I think they'll probably be. I'm guessing I could be wrong, but they'll probably keep him as the utility guy over IKF, who probably is going to cost 5-6 million a year for maybe 2 years. So I'm thinking that he'll stay. That Cabrera will stay. I think they're going to find a way to keep him. Bonilla, I mean, I don't know if the Yankees would do that, Brian, but I mean, you essentially have to give him like $3 million a year for the next 30 years. So Stanton has 4 more years left at like $93 million, Craig. He's got a lot of money. And after this year, the Marlins are paying $10 million a year of the contract, provided he does not get traded. So, you know what I mean? Family squabbles. Yeah, what's up, Pedro? What's good, man? How you doing? Deserve either call or judge. I'm telling you, man. I'm telling you. We need to get better personnel. We need our GM and our owner. It sounds like they will be investing in better personnel. Because the best way to honor Judge and Cole is to surround them with a better team. You know, give these guys a chance to legitimately win a championship every year. I mean, honestly, you got to do it. Got to do right by your boys. It sounds like Hal's coming to terms with that. And the fact is, if you do right by them, they win, they go to the playoffs, you make more money by default. There's nothing more profitable than winning in New York. I repeat that often, and I hope that he takes it to heart. I really does. I really do. You know, yeah, it goes down in value, Rose. Yeah, it does. Yes, it does. They might, Rob. I wouldn't be surprised if they spend more than 70 million. So, and I think they have some flexibility to get into. I know they want to stay under the Cohen threshold, which I think is 293. So they'll have more than um, what do you call it? More than that once it's all said and done. Once the off season starts. So, um, which will be good. Which will be good. So hopefully they spend wisely. The Brewers might clinch the playoffs. Good for them. No surprise. Yeah, I mean, he might, Pedro. Go to another team and be a new one. He might. If he does, he does. You know, he might. Who wins the NL Central? Probably the Brewers. No, this would have been should have been Fire Cashman, Boone, and Kane. Yeah, Ronald Acuna joined the 40-40 club tonight. He's like 40-70 right now. So what a beast. 3? Imagine it was 3. Okay. 3 La Parson. The Yankees got to win, man. We don't know, Greg. He might rebound next year. I have no idea. No idea. But I hope better than 190. This weekend's going to be nasty, storm-wise. And I think Judge will give us some more years than that. I really do. So, but we'll see. Yeah, I mean, I knew it was going to be nothing burger. I don't know what these people expect, like a parade in the streets. I'm like, come on. Fire Cashman doesn't have any teeth, this movement. It's just like a tantrum. You know? Come on, guys. Young guys have been, yeah, me too, really, me too, Clemenza. What the young guys are doing, they're putting some things that they're doing. Austin Wells, a hustle double, like Peraza, like good the glove and the bat, like it's nice to see. It really is. So I did. I talked about your super chat, Chris. And I thank you for it. And thank you again for it. We talked about the perfect off season, and I said Yamamoto, Lee for left field, um, trading for a Marlins starting pitcher, so they get 2 starters, and then acquiring or signing a late inning reliever. That to me, if you get Yamamoto and you trade for a Marlins, you can get a second pitcher. You're essentially getting 2 pitchers for the price of 1. Those Marlins guys got multiple controllable years in arbitration, so they're on the minimum. And because if you get Yamamoto and like somebody like Aaron Nola or Blake Snell, you're looking at upwards of $60 million a year just for 2 pitchers. And here, um, you can get the 30 million for 2 guys instead of 1, and still have the money to get your outfielder, get your reliever, trade for a starting pitcher, and maybe even have enough room to get a position player. So and thank you again, Chris. I appreciate it, super chat, man. And this is my constant. Thank you, my man. Thank you, sir. You're the man, dude. King of Tally right here, the king of Cali. Yeah, the growth of the kids. They're maturing. They're learning. They're developing. I think Sean Casey's having a positive impact on these guys. So I'm looking forward to seeing their continued growth. I really am. I'm yeah. I want to see Stanton just go on a rip, go on an absolute rip at the end of the year. I really do. Zamir's Aaron Judge acting like Karen. What does that mean, Karen Judge? JJ, what does that mean? I don't know what that means. Conseco Bonds and A-Rod from Aaron Rafa. Yeah, 40-40. Yes, sir. Yep, and it looks like the only people on that list that weren't juicing were Acuna and Soriano. Crazy, right? Yes, it would, Steven. You trade Torres. Like, if you trade Torres, right? and for a Marlins starter, let's just say, and then you can move Peraza to second, which opens up third. You could probably sign Jeimer Candelario on the cheap for third base for at least a year or two, and allows you more time to develop kids. But you get a reliable switch hitting guy who's athletic. He's a contact hitter, and it gives the Yankees some more of that contact feel. So, you know, that's what I would do, and you automatically significantly improve your infield defense. You know, like we really do. We really, really do. Right, Billy? Billy's perfect off season, filling the needs they have without back in the bank. Yeah, yeah. I mean, they got to spend intelligently. The Yankees, they will have to spend, but they got to spend intelligently, and that's why I include trades here. You trade an asset for an asset, so you not always have to just sign. You know what I mean? And the Marlins have already said they're going to be investing in infield. Well, one of the best hitting infielders on this team, Gleyber Torres, who can allow you as a good trade piece to probably get a good pitcher with controllable years. You know. I don't know if he's going to use luxury taxes next year, so I'm not sure about that, Michael. Not this year. I doubt that one. But we'll see. Yeah, Yamamoto, Lee, Bellinger, Bednar. I mean, Alcantara is off limits. They've already said that they're not going to trade him. But like a Braxton Garrett or an Edward Cabrera, young guy with like 3 more controllable years, that's somebody. Alcantara signed for like the next 5 years, I think, and they've already said they're not going to move him. But the other guys, I could see moved, Chris. And if you get Lee from Korea and Yamamoto, your team looks different. Your team looks different. It really, really does. Generational legend. Yeah, right now, yeah, Sean, got that right. You got to do it, man. Sunil, you got to get in that pickleball world championships, man. You got to do it, dude. You got to do it. Right, Buckeye? Sonny's here. The whole Costa Nostra's here. Men's is here. Consueli's here. Like, yeah. Yankees make the playoffs by the skin of their chin. Man, I'll do a Big Mac and an apple pie. I won't go. They win the World Series, it'd be a different story. Like, so have to up the level of celebration there. I said he ain't going to Minnesota, so that's not happening. I think we all know that. I said he should retire and not tie up $90 million on the Jets and let them go after someone else. But I don't know if he's going to do the right thing or not. Just bring in somebody to push and compliment Zach Wilson. Not just look for a reason to stay around and justify making a ridiculous contract. So I said that right from the beginning too. He should retire. Yes, he does. Stanton definitely owns his shortcomings, and that's a breath of fresh air. IKF does the same thing. Yep, breath of fresh air. Cabrera, Oswaldo, yeah, I mean he's in pre-arb. He's in the second year of pre-arb. He's got 1 more year of pre-arb and then 3 years of arb, Sean. So, yeah, he's got like 4 more years left, Sean, on the cheap. Yeah, no doubt, Brian. It's a tough one. Yeah, him and Stanton have both missed like 50 plus games this year. He really has. Well, doing the Bonilla type might void the Marlins play. It might. I mean, the Marlins would love to get out of that responsibility because it frees up money for them. But I would agree, Robert, too. It's gonna be moved. It's gonna be tough to move Stanton no matter what. I mean, it really, really will be. Oh boy, you're going Mo Green on us here. Bad again. All right. You don't buy me out. I buy you out. Talking to Michael. Dev, you're the best. I appreciate you. Much love. You're the best. Congrats to that milestone. Really. Thank you. I think Torres gets traded for a starter too, Jonathan. She got to be the right starter, but yeah. I've already, Dominic, he'll be a guest on the channel. I'm not partnering with anyone in the channel, but he'll be a guest on the channel. I've already invited him over the next couple of weeks, so he will be on, Dominic. Um, I love watching him do his thing, Joey. Yes, indeed. Curling. Yeah, D-Rod. Oh, curling. Oh, my God. I've never seen. That's the most intense sport in the world. Something goes about 2 miles an hour, and people are screaming at each other at the top of their lungs. It's pure insanity, but it's really hard to not watch when it's on. It's like what the hell am I watching? But it's like you can't stop watching it. Curling. It's awesome. It's kind of awesome. Yeah, it was a good start by Luke Weaver. I don't know where the hell he came out of, but that was a good start. Honestly. Tragic number. Yeah, tragic number. You got that right, Dominic. You know what I mean? Yeah. The Fire Cashman movie doesn't really have any, it's got no juice, Billy Cleanse. It's got no juice. Especially when people have been peddling the same conspiracy all year. Every day almost. It's boring. It's weak. Like, time to move on. Just move on. Yankees lead by 1.5 games over the Red Sox. Okay. Mets tragic number is 1. Yeah. Oh my God, Torres is so good trading. Tyler B. Yeah, certain people say that. I've actually said move Torres for over a year. He's got trade value. We talked about his streakiness. He's good. I mean, would I be upset if they kept him? No, but when you have a piece like that who's young, who can be replaced by a younger piece on the cheap, you have to consider it. And if you want a valuable piece here, you got to give up a valuable piece. You get good value by trading value with Torres. So they really do. Do the Yankees need to switch any first? The only one they can get right now, Jason Baker, is Josh Bell this offseason. He's a free agent. He's a switch hitter. And the Mets 4-4 again. It was 4-4 last night, and Nick Castellanos hit a home run in the 8th to make it 5-4. What's good, Fortrain? What's good, Mazza? What's good, buddy? My man. Could the Yankees trade Torres to the Brewers? Yeah, just what pitcher would they get? They're not going to get Corbin Burns for Torres. Who would they get is the question. But they could. I think the Marlins probably represent a better fit, but you never know, Jason. You never know. But they could move him to the Milwaukee Brewers. Yes, they can. They could. Yes, indeed. Yeah. Because Torres has trade value, Tyler. And his offense, his offense can be replaced. It's not hitting 35, 40 home runs, driving 100. It's not, he's not hitting like Ronald Acuna or Freddie Freeman or like these guys. His offense can be replaced. And his defense sometimes hurts his offensive production. So, and he's about to get really expensive. So for those reasons why I would move Torres, Tyler. For those reasons. Texas, the king of Texas. My friend. Thank you, sir. Appreciate you. Super chat. Appreciate all you guys. I really do. Yes, indeed. Judge definitely deserves a Big Mac and an apple pie. He doesn't know what he's missing. He doesn't know what he's missing. He doesn't. Yeah, Judge is different. He is different, Dominic. You're damn right he is. Yep. A good return. Oops, somebody for Torres. Depends on where you trade him to, Chris. If you move him to the Marlins, if you can get either Braxton Barrett or Eduardo Cabrera, starting pitchers, just one of them, that's a good return. That's a good return. Controllable started with like I started with several controllable years. One of those guys will be a great return for the Yankees. You may even have to add a prospect to Torres, which I would not hesitate to do if you got started with like 4 controllable years on the cheap. I would do it. Yeah, the second best bat and a team that has been really great in bats. Again, if your second best bat only is like a 250, 20, 25 home runs, that's really not that irreplaceable. That can be replaced. That can be replaced. I mean, Jason Dominguez can come back and get that next year. Volpe will get it. Praz could get it. They can bring up people. They could trade me. Heimer Candelera can go close. Bellinger can get it. Jung Ho Lee can get it. Like, there's guys that can replace his production. No, IKF and Cabrera done it. Yeah, it's going to have to be one or the other, D-Rod, honestly. But yeah, that's why you can get a good return. His value is still there. For an infielder, it's good value. So you have to consider moving him. If Trout's traded, don't be surprised if the Phillies get him. Don't be surprised. No, Aaron Rodgers. Yeah, I don't know about that. Be kind of crazy if he did. I know he's looking, he's hoping to, but that's a very tall task. Very tall task. hmm And I'll wrap this up in a few minutes, gang, so you can go. Yeah, look, he could just like Michael King can be our, one of our silent killers too in rotation. You know, it's true. But yeah, I mean Trout. I mean, I pass on Trout. I pass on Otani. Like Randall, yes, I like Trout. Don't get me wrong. I love him. He's a big character guy. He's still a great player, but this isn't the superhuman Trout that we know. He hasn't played more than 81 games in the last 4 years per season. That matters. That matters. And he's making like 40 something million per year. That's hard to absorb. hmm There he is. And if he's in the house, a party now. The equalizer. The Robert McCall is in the place. Yeah, unless you get the Angels to eat like half of it, Randall. That's a tough contract, honestly, to absorb. Honestly, Robert, have a great night too, man. And again, I'll wrap it up in like 2 minutes. But yeah, I mean, if you can get the Angels to absorb a chunk of that money, it'll feel much better absorbing Trout's contract. Like seriously, it would. But it's still a huge contract. He's older. He's got 7 years and right around $270 million left. So it's right around 40 million bucks that he's owed per season. That's a lot of money. It really is. So, um, I think if Soto's a free agent, we get him after next year. He's a free agent. So, I mean, Soto would be worth pretty much whatever we have to give up to get him. He's a generational player, and he's the only guy I would trade that much of a haul for, honestly. But there's no guarantee he's going to make it to free agency. The Padres are trying to lock him up, right? So you never know. You never know. So it's a risk that the Yankees would be taking. I mean, it really would. So, well, that's good. Whoop some ass smart. I love it. Nice, NFE. Whooping ass for breakfast, man. That's a good breakfast, brother. That's a good breakfast, man. You gotta take him out, man. That's right. Any chance to get Heater? And I don't think they'll get one of. I don't think they get both. Maybe one or the other. Sign. I mean, Hader's a free agent. Bednar had to be traded. He's got 2 more years left with the Pirates. Hader's straight up cash free agency. Plus, he'll be offered a qualifying offer too, so you'd have a forfeit a draft pick for him too, or compensatory pick. 84 likes. All right, we need 16 likes to get to 100. Let's see if we can get to 16 more likes to get to 100. Hit that thumbs up, gang, if you haven't hit that yet. It's greatly appreciated. We always try to get to 100 likes before we end the live stream. No. Hader and Bednar be. I mean, if you somehow got both of those guys in the bullpen, your bullpen will be locked down. Lock down. An hour Muay Thai, an hour nice. I mean, it's tough too because you Muay Thai, if you're beating up your legs and it's hard to get on your back, and close guard somebody for a long period of time or mount somebody from on top and you have your full you have your full legs. So I get what you, especially if you're whipping a lot of low round kicks, mid round kicks, utilizing your hips and whatnot. So I get the transition from NFE to MMA too, especially if you're doing some grappling like rolling. It's tough. It's tough. But it's a great way to condition your legs and treat them to still respond well when they're already tired. Which is exactly what MMA does, right? You can kick the crap out of each other from round one and they might be all grappling round two. It's the same thing. So you get used to both. I think the Padres will have money to sign Soto if they lose Snell and maybe Hader. They're having a little bit of what do you call it? What do you call it? They're in a little bit of a financial rut right now, the Padres. So a couple things have to go their way in order for them to be able to sign Soto to an extension. But it looks like they're going to try to build around him at the very least, and maybe make some trades and to try to build a team around him to try to convince him to stay. So he's going to be expensive, no doubt. It's a huge different dynamic. Tell him, NFE, yeah, it's a huge difference. Huge difference, man. Just do like 50, Sunil, just like 50 hip escape drills, alternate each side. You want to tie your legs out, you can tie your legs out. 50 hip escape drills. Here, you come out and you push yourself away. This side, you push yourself away. Hip escape drill. And if he knows what I'm talking about, they'll tie your ass out too. They will tire you out. Now, Hader is Kid Rock and Blackjack McDowell and One American Badass. Blackjack McDowell. That's a good one, Snail. My man, the Texas Mauler, Sonny, the fighter. Appreciate you. Thank you, buddy. Smash like if you were Aaron Judge, man. Oh, God, yeah. We need 11 likes to get to 100. And I'm with Jason, too. I do think, thank you again, Texas. I do think Soto can handle New York. I'm not sure Hader can, but I think Soto can. I do. Yeah, no kidding, NFL. And if somebody's mounting you and trying to throw punches, he's trying to create that space, right? You got to keep him close, and it's very tiring, very tiring. And you've got to try to pin one of them hands and try to plant the foot and escape and get on top of him. But sometimes they'll put their hands in your chest and try to pound you. Sometimes they won't. Sometimes they'll put their hand over here and try to pound you. So if you try to, you can pin that hand, lock him, and then turn him over. But you got to be quick with that stuff. So that's where the chest comes in, right? With MMA, with jiu-jitsu, man. But yeah, if somebody mounts on you, people panic when they're mounted. If somebody gets a good mount on you, especially locks your bottom legs out with the hooks, yeah. Military combatives, there you go, Sean. Yeah. Yep. Yes, indeed. If Soto, Hader, and Snell all became Yankees, it would be freaking nuts. Is there a live stream? It'd be after the game tomorrow, Chris. But if there's no game, I'll probably do it in the afternoon. We'll see. Because I'd like to spend the evening with my wife if I can. So If there's no game, like if there's a rain out, I'll do the live stream in the afternoon so I can hang out with her at night, so we can just chill. So the Mets are eliminated. The Mets are out. Lepard. The Mets are done. Yeah, I'm not sure Hader can handle New York either. I don't know. And Randall Trey, like I prefer Aaron Nola over Blake Snell at this point. Bednar, I would love. I think he'd be a bulldog here, NFE. No doubt about that, man. Yep. Bednar, late inning guy. Hell yeah. He's a bulldog. Mets lost to the Phillies 5-4. They lost to the Phillies yesterday 5-4. Oh, man. Yeah, brute strength becomes a disadvantage. Attack speed to technique. Like, yeah. Yep. Be surprised. Be surprised. And then, like, you're mounted and somehow you can catch a Kimura. Somebody makes a mistake and you catch him on a Kimura. That'll throw them off guard. Really will throw them off guard. Oh, it's getting windy here. It's starting to rain. Yeah, and Nola's yes, he ground strikes on. He throws innings. He's a consistent innings eater. So yeah, and I do think Bednar can handle the AL East. Yeah, I do think so. I do think so. So I like Bednar. I like it. Dan, we love you too, Dominic. Man, all love here, man. Another lefty in the rotation. I'm telling you, there's a Japanese starter. Um, you have guys like Martin Perez too from the Texas Rangers. I think he'll be a free agent. You have a couple of guys like Blake Snell's going to be a very expensive lefty, super expensive lefty. So maybe even Hyun-Jin Ryu from the Blue Jays, not flashy, but he gets it done and he beats teams in the American League East. He could be like a 5 or 6 guy, and he's very pesky pitcher. No, all right, we need 10 likes to get to 100, gang. 10 likes to get to 100. Technique and patience is yeah. I mean, and a lot, and like NFE says too, in jiu-jitsu too. And others in other arts as well, you wait for people to make a mistake. And when they make a mistake, you jump all over it. So, you know what I got today, NFE? I got the sleeper hold head the neck pillow from Henry Gracie. He sent it to me. Got 2 of them, one for myself and my wife. Sleeper hold. I got the whole kit, the whole set. It's in my car. The patch, the eye patches, and they got a neck pillow and a head pillow patented, and it's pretty damn cool. It's called a sleeper hold. Yes, if anybody hasn't subscribed to the 161 yet, please do. It's greatly appreciated. No lower Snell all day, NFE, but Yamamoto's number one. You got that right, man. Tell him, NFE, Seiya Kikuchi. Kikuchi. Yeah, NFE, I got 2 of them today to sleep a whole neck by the pillows. Yes, indeed. Yeah, I think the Yankees are making it clear that they are all in on Yamamoto. And they have to. They have to. Like if the Mets or the Red Sox are going to go in big time on Otani, and you get Yamamoto, you get his ass. Because we need Yamamoto to strike out freaking Otani. Right? Oh. Teach how to control pressure points too. Yeah. Security guards is a form to diffuse and yeah. Pressure points. I have a 4th dan in Hapkido, which is predicated upon joint locks and pressure points. Pressure points everywhere. Using the back part of the hand, unlocking the index finger, and there's so many pressure points everywhere on the arm that you can utilize with your thumb and other areas. You can neutralize somebody really quickly. So they've made multiple visits to watch him pitch in Japan, Yamamoto. So I like that they're being consistent and persistent here and aggressive and like showing him like they're that they really want him. And they have to do that right now. They have to show this pitcher that they want him. They got to show him that they want him bad. Like in all honesty, You are our number one guy. And once frickin' free agency starts, the minute it starts, you call him. You're in Japan. You do the same freaking romantic courtship that you do with CC Sabathia. The minute midnight struck and free agency started, they were at CC Sabathia's door, knocking on his door. Cashman and I think it was Kim Angra actually. They were there at freaking Sabathia's house, and you know they came back home with him for Christmas. It doesn't get any better than that. You know, pressure points in wrestling, yes indeed, yes indeed. Hater Lee, yeah, man. I mean, if they got Hater Lee, Yamamoto, and Nola, that'd be a ridiculous offseason. That'd be a historic offseason, Steven. Be expensive, but because if you like, let's look at this. Hater, let's just say he makes 21 million a year. He breaks the contract and blah blah blah. Let's say Lee makes 20 million a year. That's 41. Yamamoto 25, 66. Nola, let's say he makes 25. You're at 90 million right now. 91 million for four guys. 91 million for four freaking guys. So it'll be a damn expensive offseason. You know what I mean? So, but we'll see. Think you should have kept who? Oh, Eng, yeah, Kim Eng. She had an opportunity to get a GM job, and that was essentially historic. So she wasn't going to pass that up. When you get that opportunity, you got to take it because it could be a springboard to other things. And I'm glad she took it, and she's doing a good job. You know, Taekwondo, yeah. Nice, nice, D-Ron. How much comes off to about 70 million, Texas, um, approximately, and then another. I think it's 35 or 40 the year after. So a good amount, a good amount, which is why I think they're going to be aggressive and creative this offseason. Like, as much as I would love that four-man offseason, I think it might be a little bit different. Like, instead of Nola, they might trade for a pitcher that who's on the cheap. And, they'll save that $25 million that they would give Nola. They'll save it or not have be spending it right now. They'll have some money for the deadline for whatever. So I think they're going to have to do that. But they have to be aggressive with Yamamoto. They have to. And then even Lee, too. You put Bellinger on there. Bellinger's $30 million right off the bat. Like Scott Boras looking for $30 million. No. No, it's going to be, go kick some butts, O'Neal. Go show those people in Texas how to play pickleball, man. All right, go get them, brother. Get it done. Get it done. Show me the king of pickleball, dude. Yeah, I mean it makes the roster. I mean we just don't know whether Cal has the appetite or the balls to invest that much, right? So, but if you're on low tours and you're also again here, you're freeing up another 12, 13 million. So this is what I'm talking about. Like Herman, you free up another couple of million. So they're still there next year. So you can free up another 15 or so. So that's a good point, Steven. That's a good point. You trade Torres for a cheap pitcher, you just save like 12 million bucks, which you can use elsewhere. So, well, exactly. Judge and Cole aren't going to get younger, and we got to surround them with good players, great players. Honestly, no doubt, no doubt, Sunil, man, no doubt, brother. Go have fun, man. But yeah, exactly. I mean, we need to get some youth here. Yamamoto's 25. Lee, I think, is 24. Right? I mean, it's Hader, I think he's 28. So the guys that we're talking about are young guys. Snell is 30. Nola's 30. So you got to be careful there. But like that pitcher from the Marlins, Cabrera, I think Braxton, I think they're both 25. As young as Yamamoto, which is you're getting two young starters in the rotation. So I think that could be a way to go. And again, both of them are arbitration, so they're making the minimum, which 700K, 750K, whatever it is. Compare that to the 12 million you're going to pay Torres. You just saved 11 million bucks. Oh, and you can replace Torres on the cheap with Oswald Peraza. Okay, and if you want to invest in Jeimer Candelario or somebody like that for the race, you can. Instead of paying $25 million a year for Matt Chapman, there are other guys you can bring in if you want in free agency too, at a more at a more kind of a conservative figure, I should say. So yeah, well, in Texas, it's pretty much what you do, right? Divide it up, and it's like how many players do you want to utilize this for with? And how are you going to prioritize it? Like Yamamoto to me has got to be number one. I'll be going number two. I'll be going Lee, and then after that, they can be creative. They have prospects. You want to get rid of Stanton, you attach a big prospect to him for a team. Like if you don't want to eat a lot of money, you attach a really good prospect. Maybe a team will bite. You want to trade Torres, attach a good prospect to him. Make it possible. You can make these moves. You really, really can. You know, Chaparro swing. You could do that too, Stephen B. Chaparro's choppy defensively on third base. He's better defensively at first. So, but like Sweeney's got a pretty good glove. So, but that's possible at 92. We need 8 more likes to get to 100 likes. If anybody in here hasn't hit that thumbs up, please do. We got 92. Want to get to 100. I thank you for that. I really, really, really do. So you can bring up those guys too, Stephen. But yes, 100%. 100%. Give them another injection of youth, right? I mean, if they move DJ or Rizzo, I mean, Rizzo's got 1 more year left. So I don't know. DJ's got 3 years left, 3 or 4. So you know what I mean? Yeah, if they move Stanton, man, that'd be crazy. But expect to attach a good prospect and eat some money. If you really want to increase your chances, you have to do that. You have to do it. I mean, I don't think you're going to facilitate that or be successful making that trade happen if you're not willing to do those things. You're crazy. So yeah, get some Utes on the cheek. Yes, exactly. 2 Utes. Get some Utes here, man. 2 what? 2 Utes. The Utes. What is a Ute? I'm sorry, you're on the Utes. Right? I can see the Yankees trading Pereira too, and if they don't, I can see them making him the 4th outfielder, right? Over Estevan Florial. He still has a boatload of options on dirt cheap. So, like, yeah, I could see that happen. We need 5 likes to get to 100. All right. We need 5 more. 5 more likes to get to 100. So, they can move Trevino for pitching. Yes, they could. They can move Nestor Cortez too. Like, they can do this. Like Trevino, there are four deep in catchers right now. You got Austin Wells, you got Trevino, you got Higashioka, and have Workfit. Like, who are the 2 that you must have as rotating here at the majors? And then who is going to be your third guy to store in AAA? Is it going to be Trevino's going to be Workfit? Like, we don't know. We don't know. Trevino's light on the bat. He's good at calling games. I mean, Austin Wells is becoming better. He's got a lefty bat. Workfet's got a lefty bat. Higgy's got a righty bat, but Higgy's got 1 more year left. They could trade him to get something. So, Florial's making a case right now, and if yes, he is. He's definitely being more aggressive and productive with his bat. So that's a good sign to see because he's had so much trouble hitting at the major league level. So I would do the same thing, and if I would trade Cortez and move him to the bullpen. Cortez has 2 more years left before he's a free agent in 2026. That's got value, okay? He does have value. He does. So, Yamamoto number 1, Lee number 2, Nola 3, and Bednar 4. I mean, that's a monster offseason. A freaking monster offseason. Like, really. Yeah. Yamamoto, Lee, you got your left fielder, you got another starter, and you got your reliever. That's a monster offseason. Monster offseason. Okay? That's like when they got CC, Burnett, Swisher, and Damaso Marte. For the bullpen, that's what the Yankees did, and we made some other moves in 2009, but they had a similar offseason. They did. Yeah, Cortez shoulder's an issue, and yeah, which is why I think he's got to transition to short relief. I really do. And yes, Jonathan, 100%. They can. They shan't. They should not be afraid to make trades. Make trades. So attach prospects to players. Like you're so deep in certain positions, and you're not going to play in these guys anytime soon at the majors. So get some value and address holes where you need to in other positions. Do it. Why not? Right? No. Yeah, I mean, yeah, I mean, I have a similar. You like Walls and Higgy? Yeah, Higgy's been a good Yankee. So honestly, like, Warfed's still young, and his options for Triple A, and Ben Rice is working his way up too. So they have a catching pipeline now too. So another thing to think about as well. Yes, indeed. Cortez has had issues staying healthy, so he's gonna have to prove that he's healthy in order to have trade value. You guys are absolutely freaking right, NFP in Texas, 100%, 100 freaking %. But yeah, Ben Rice is projecting to be a nice hitter, especially if he stays a catcher or if he projects at first base. He's going to be a good lefty bat regardless. So I like what I see there. Honestly, I like what I see. So it's a good, and they got a good pipeline. Quietly good in a lot of positions where not a lot of people are hearing it. Like they called up their number 26 prospect today, Yoendris Gomez. They put Wandy Peralta on the IL, which ended the season. Yoendris Gomez is up there, 26 prospect. Is a right-handed pitcher. It's a fresh arm in a bullpen. No Warren, no Beater, no Thorpe or anything like that. So it's interesting to see who they're calling up, who they're not calling up, why. Like, are they going to protect Beater from the Rule 5 draft? We have no idea. But people are raving about Beater. Why would you not protect him from the Rule 5? He has to be on a 40-man before the end of the season. So he still has some time, but, like, are they going to do it? They didn't protect Japar last year, and he didn't get claimed. Lucky for them. This year he's had a much better offensive season. They got to protect him, or somebody's going to snatch him up easily. You know what I mean? No, it's crazy. Yeah, Gomez was on the 40-man. Yes, he was. Yes, he was. If they don't get Lee or Bellinger, do you call Spencer Jones? I mean, I invite him to spring training. If I don't get Lee or Bellinger, I'm going to try and get somebody like Kevin Kiermaier. He hits about 270. He's known for getting clutch hits. Lefty batter who's got an elite glove, just like Harrison Bader. And, he's a pesky hitter. So he's a guy I would look at. And play him in center field. Play him in center field. And then you can bump him over to left when Dominguez comes back. So Trapar is another guy that would give a shot to in spring training too. So, but Spencer Jones, I would definitely invite to spring training, give him a shot, and if he makes it, he makes it. But a Kiermaier is a guy that I think I would go after. And he's not going to be super expensive, just like Jamer Candelaire is not going to be super expensive. So affordable veterans here. Yeah, and Kiermaier, he did say too, he's familiar with the AL East. He loves playing in the AL East, and he said he'd be willing to play for the Yankees if they're interested in him. So, and they have a need. He has a skill set that they could utilize, and again, he bats lefty, which they need. So why not? And he's not going to cost $20 million. So I do think Jones gets a spring training invite too. Well, I mean, Kiermaier, he's had some injuries, but not really now, Randall. But he's a guy again that can give the Yankees what they need until they're ready to bring back Dominguez or whatever you want to do. So when he was with the Blue Jays, so what he did to the Yankees this last series, he lit them up every day. Every day. Yeah, he's already playing for the Blue Jays in the American League East. He's going to be a free agent. So, do I think the Yankees will make trading? I think they need to. I don't know if they will, but I think they need to, Wink. So, Kiermaier, again, not a sexy name, but somebody who could be a productive player for the Yankees. You know what I mean? Which gives them time to let Spencer Jones develop and let these guys develop. the right player for the right price at the right fit. It gives the Yankees what they need when they need it. So, not going to always get the big name. If somebody else wants to pay $200 million for Bellinger, let it go right ahead. Let them do it. You know, it's very tough to find players with no injury history. Yeah, especially outfielders who make aggressive plays on a regular basis. You know, one of these tricep strain. Yeah, I think he's done. Wink. I think we've seen his last game as a Yankee. I think one of these going to sign elsewhere, probably the National League this offseason. I think so. I think so. So, but we'll see. Let me wrap this up, gang. I want to let you go. Let you go have a great night. I appreciate you coming on. Yankees win 7-1. Be back here tomorrow. Again, if the Yankees get rained out in the game, we'll go live tomorrow afternoon. And I hope to see you as many as we can see. And I have so I was going to do a video on it, but maybe I'll do a live stream on it for like if the Yankees want to go for broke this offseason. There are 4 like batshit crazy moves that they could make. They want to go broke. So maybe I'll do that tomorrow. And during the either the video or live. So one way or another you'll get it. But any other news, obviously you get it. Be sure to smash that like button on the way out, gang, if you don't mind. I appreciate you all. Thank you so much for the feedback, super chats, everything else. Your support is always welcome. Peace and love to all of you. Have a great weekend. See you all tomorrow.